question that I get asked pretty frequently is it time for me to hire a VA? And there's common knowledge out on the market that says, you should hire a VA yesterday. And I don't agree with that. Um, I feel like if you do that and you're not ready, you're setting both yourself and them up for failure. Because think about it, you're offering somebody a position, they're taking the job, and they're planning on using that to support their family. Um, and so there's a couple of things that I always tell people, and that is first, do you have a list of tasks that are easily duplicatable that you can hand off to somebody else? And if you do hand those tasks off, are you going to be able to make more money than what you're paying them? And that's kind of where the rubber hits the road, right? Because just because you get something off your plate doesn't mean it's a good idea unless the business can handle that influx, right? So for a full-time VA in the Philippines, it's probably going to cost somewhere between $800 and $1,000 for an entry-level virtual assistant. And so what we have to ask ourselves is, if it's going to cost me $1,000, can I turn around and turn that into $4,000 or $5,000, right? And a lot of times the answer is yes. We just have to be creative about it. And the other thing too is you need to make sure that you are pre-recording some training on exactly the tasks that you want them to do. Because a lot of times people hire when, everything is on fire and they're just throwing things over the fence, right? That's a really good way to set your virtual assistant up for failure. So if you will just slow down, and you're currently doing the tasks already, if you will record a video showing yourself doing those tasks so that when you then hire somebody, you can hand them off all of that video training that you already did, and it's not stressing you out because you've already created the training. So when people ask me, are you ready? Am I ready to hire a VA? I answer it three ways. A, do you have enough tasks for them? Or are you going to be searching and finding stuff for them to do? And if that's the case, then start going through your day, do a time audit, and figure out, okay, how can we fill their hours? It is not hard to fill 20 to 40 hours a week for somebody. We just have to make sure that they're productive and giving them good tasks that are pushing the needle forward in the business versus just taking up time. Second, we need to make sure that we're going to be making money off of this virtual assistant. If it's going to cost you $1,000, you should be able to take that time or have them do tasks that are going to make you 4 to 5 times what you're paying them. And number three, you need to have some pre-recorded training ready so that when you first hire them, you're not stuck 24/7 training them, because that's just going to set both of you up for failure. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. I would love to talk more about it. If you got some value out of this, I would love it if you guys would hit the subscribe button and like this video. Thanks, guys.